I'm sure you always wanted to make this kind of bass sound. Well, guess what? You know, today's gonna be so chill and casual. I'm gonna do it in 4 easy steps for you to learn how to make Reese basses in Massive. Stick around. This bass is so easy to make that I can just casually teach you guys here on a tutorial with my laptop on my laptop. 4 easy steps. Now these 4 easy steps, we are going to talk about the oscillator itself, what kind of wave you're using, and then we are going to go into the voicing tab of machine to create a polyphonic sound, and then of course we're going to go into the filter section which makes the wow 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 that effect, and the last one is going to add an effect drive to the whole Reese bass. Let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so I do have a Massive VST loaded up in my Logic Pro. I'm going to change it to a initial preset. So right now you're going to hear it like this. That's how it sounds right now. Nothing is on, everything is default. For the first step, which is the oscillator part, you have to use a sine wave. Reese bass is basically off sine wave itself. I am just going to use one oscillator. So I'm going to turn off oscillator 1 and oscillator 3. Change the first oscillator to sine square wave. The one that looks like this. Sine wave. Sine wave. Okay, so sine wave is going to sound like this. I'm just going to play a simple progression. Next thing you need to do is to lower down the pitch by 24. You need to lower down the pitch so that you can get that boomy sub effect. So it sounds like this. Yes sir! You see, we are almost there, just 3 more steps. So we are done with the first step. Second step is to actually go into your voicing tab. Now what I'm going to do in this process is basically to make this sound into a polyphonic sound. What it means by polyphonic sound is you are going to detune it to make it sound like it has 2 or 3 or maybe more layers. I like to use about 3 layers. So let's go to the voicing tab under unisono, change it to 3, and make sure this polyphonic is tapped. Next thing you need to do is to turn on the pitch cutoff. So this is gonna spread the wave and make it sound wide, like wow, wow, wow. Bro, I don't know what I'm talking about. But hey, yes. So go to the pitch cutoff and shift this slider just a little bit, like that. You don't want to overdo it. So now your sine wave will sound like this. You see? Wow, wow. You're done with step 2. Step 2 is out of the way. Step 3 is to actually add a filter and then modulate that filter with an LFO effect. So let's do that. Filter 1, I'm going to use filter 1 and I'm going to change it to low pass 2. Just add a little bit of resonance and a little bit of cutoff over here. Maybe I set the cutoff here. And the next thing is where the magic happens. It's actually the LFO that creates the movement of the bass. So instead of like wow wow, it'll be like wow 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 wow. Shit. I'm gonna go to LFO 5. And then I am going to make sure that I am syncing this to the tempo of my project. Right now you can just put it at half and make sure your crossfade curve is all the way up because you don't want it to be the middle or bottom. You just want to use one, which is this over here. And I'm just going to stick to this basic sine wave that's already made in Massive itself. It's just a basic preset. So I'm going to drag this LFO into the cutoff, and I'm just going to pull the cutoff with the LFO upwards so you can see the green and the gray bars, and you're modulating the cutoff up and down with these sine waves. Let's have a listen. Of course, you can do it with taste. You can open up the cutoff a bit more. You see, when I hold the note, you can hear the wow, wow, wow. That's an important characteristic of a Reese Bass. Step 3 is done. Almost there with your Reese Bass. Now you just need to finesse it. Finesse it with the effects panel. So let's go to the effects. Over here, I'm gonna add a dimension expander. So it adds a bit of grit and presence to your Reese Bass. I'm gonna just add a little bit of wetness and let's hear it. Reducing the cutoff. Brother, you are done. That's it. 4 steps to an easy Reese Bass. Now basically I do also have a Reese Bass pack that is free for download on my Ko-fi page. It has about 5 Reese Basses from Massive that you can use, ready made by your man, Vibe Synthetic. Also, if you like this content that I'm putting out, remember to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. So bro, gals, brother, you're now a Reese Bass expert. All you need to do is shut down. Also, if you guys want to learn more about Massive, I do have a video that I did previously about the basic principles of using Massive and its signal chain. I'll leave the video up here so that you guys can check it out and probably make your own Reese Bass as well. Otherwise, I'm Vibe Synthetic. I hope to see you guys on the next one, and I love you guys. Till the next sound design, peace.